What's going on, guys? We're back with another replay analysis. This one of Troopr. He's playing with his team. He's playing with Duel and Casualty, and these guys are from the OCE region, and they are champ level. They said they're playing against probably two champ 2s and champ 1 in this matchup. But we'll see how it goes. He got this replay analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs000. Same name as my YouTube, Twitch, all of that. And there's coaching tiers on there. There's free play tiers on there. There's also a tournament every single month for $75. And it's random teammates, random modes, random maps. We've had a gold player win it before, so keep on the lookout for that. That's a lot of fun. I definitely suggest you guys at least get involved in that, either by being a Twitch sub or being on Patreon. It's a ton of fun. But anyway, let's get to the replay. I don't want to waste your time anymore. Even though I say this every time, and people still have comments about how to do it. Killing me. But let's go. Going Troopr. We got the double boost style kickoff. And again, I talked about this in a previous video. But Casualty, once you know you have two people going for a boost, you want to try and not win this, or neutralize it, I should say, at all. And that's exactly what he does. He drives directly at the ball. And usually that's going to end in more of a neutral kickoff. What you should do is probably like turn his car sideways, block the middle of the net, let him get the second touch, and then spill it out to one of the sides. And he can decide which side he wants to spill it out to. But instead, this kind of neutralizes a bit, hurts them a bit, but luckily Duel does get the win. But doesn't really matter anyway. Troopr going up for the aerial. And goes for the double pop. And honestly, like the double pop actually hurt him a little bit here, because he went just a little bit too high and had to throw it down low. But he does throw it to open space, so well done there. Now he's got time to work with the ball. I like the idea of trying to make a play happen, and he does. I love this idea. He has time. The other team gave him time, so he slowed the ball down. He even screwed up just slightly at first, but then regains control of this dribble and throws a pass out to Duel. And Duel so close to scoring a goal there. And that's what I love to see around the champion levels, is when you have time with the ball, use it to put yourself in a better chance to get a shot, and that's exactly what he did. And this offensive play is still happening because of that. And then finally right there, they lose out on this aerial. Like, he comes out, and this is going to be 50-50 no matter what. He tries to go low. Doesn't work out because that guy did go low. But hey, it's all right. Still, Orange basically still has control of this ball, and this all started with that passing play at the very beginning. He gets a good chance here for a double tap off the backboard, or like a backboard shot. I shouldn't call it double tap. I do a lot, but you know what I mean. Just kind of gets a little bit too under it and not the greatest angle, so a little bit of a bad read, but that's okay. But still, Orange is keeping control of the ball. Finally, I would say they lose it here. But that was a pretty long stretch. It was like almost 30 seconds or 20 seconds of play where Orange has full control of the field, and that's because when he had the ball, he slowed it down and didn't just throw it right at Blue for a shot. Good pass there from Duel. I like the idea here a lot. I'm going to go over to Duel. If I can. If I know how to work control. So we got two people in net, which is a little awkward here. But, honestly, it depends how much how much boost Casual has. Usually I would say, like, if you have less boost, I actually like them to go out first. When it's about to be a challenge, at least. Because usually, like, you don't need a ton of boost for the challenge. But then, when the 50-50 happens and the rebound goes a little weird, that's when you need more boost to catch up to a ball. But here, in this instance, I like Duel coming out just because there is really no challenge in the middle. It's not the end of the world. And I like the idea of the pass. He actually throws it a little bit too center, probably, to Rothy. But Troopr almost makes the play anyway. But it was still a good idea, a good vision to try and hit his teammate on the way out. And now they fall back. Good clear here. Wait for that bounce on the wall. It's basically a half volley. The only thing that you don't want to do generally is have it hit the ceiling. The OCE players call that a North America clear, compared to an EU clear that doesn't hit the ceiling, just goes high and goes past. So something to keep in mind. Just try not to hit the ceiling on these, but it's pretty difficult. Comes out right to Rothy. Rothy actually makes a decent play there. But this should be fine. I like this idea too. Just smack it away from Rothy. Don't allow him to get that pass on Latchy. It's a little bit of a risky play because it's a hard back pass, but his teammates bail him out there. And I like this idea of toggling ball cam on and off. Just see where the the boost is, line it up, and then toggle it back on just to see where the play is exactly going. Okay. We got the pinch clear there. Ooh. A little bit unfortunate here. Like, they get a really good pinch clear, but then Duel kind of jumps a little bit too far forward. So Duel here, since he has no boost, he wants to get up forward quickly. Problem is, that jump actually kind of throws him off the play. Sorry about that. So then it's up to Casual T. Casual T, with not a lot of boost either. They both kind of used a lot here to get rid of this ball. But he lines up pretty perfectly with it. Just side flips a little bit. Look, he side flips the wrong way, which is kind of weird. I didn't think he actually needed this, but I want to slow this down. So he's coming for this ball. He throws that air roll on. And then he side flips. Oh, yeah. All right. So I could see it. Like, he wanted just a little bit more of an angle for the shot. Like, it was hard to tell at full speed. But this is the exact thing. Like, I've talked about this before, is when, like, it's good to single jump so you can get these redirects where, like, you're slightly off angle, then you could side flip last second and change that angle. Only problem is, if you do it just barely late, you'll look like a fool because you'll just completely miss the ball. And that's exactly what happens here. Or, I'm sorry, barely early. So he side flips early, and that ball kind of just goes right through him on the replay, but I'm not really sure what happened there. But that'll happen when you're trying to use a side flip to correct your angle on a shot. It's like precise timing, and if you get it wrong, you're going to look really stupid. But that's okay. It's a good idea. I do it all the time. I like doing it. It is fun. Also confuses goalies too. Right there was no goalie, but sometimes, like, when you're on an off angle and then you side flip last second, they're expecting the shot from where you were just flying, not from your side flip. So it is a good idea to use that to beat some goalies out. Good play here from Troopr. Like, that rebound comes out right to him. He's got to hit that quickly because he knows that there's going to be a challenge. So he beats one. And it's going to force a 50-50 later, but at least it forces a 50-50 on their side of the field. Gives a chance for Casual T there. Doesn't really get the best shot. But what can you do? Oh, the deflection, though. Let's go back to Casual T. I want to see his shot real quick. So he rushes up with this play. And just doesn't get the height on it. He jumps a little bit early, and that's probably, like, the biggest fault here is when you have a shot like that and you know there's a goalie, always want to shoot it high. Makes it a really difficult save. And since it was on the ground, it turns into a really good clear. And it goes right to Latchy, and Latchy gets up and hits that shot. But Duel honestly should have had this save. The main problem was he drove up the wall. See how he's like hugging this wall? He didn't really need to hug that wall at all, and he jumps off the wall. Usually, you don't want to jump off the wall because then you're going to be coming out further away from your goal line, and it gives you less time to make a play. And if he would have just kept driving up that wall, he probably would have been fine. Or if he's on the ground, then he can aerial to it. But he also was on just a bad access or bad level for that play, so didn't work out. It was a tough play. It was a quick play, so. Here we go, another face-off, and we got them both going for boost, I believe. Or maybe just one going for boost, and the other cheated. Chance at a shot. He probably could have went a little quicker at this ball. I don't think he would have won this cleanly either way. But he could have got a 50-50. Make it a little bit harder. But this is actually a really good play by Latchy. I want to go over to him real quick. So on this play, he hits it actually soft. He hits it kind of with his wheels there. It's a very soft fluid against the wall, and it puts him in a spot where he can get that next touch. He obviously misses that touch, but that's what you kind of want to do is when you are on defense and you have to beat someone to a ball, like if you can hit it with your wheels, softly hit it so then when you land, then you're the next one like up for a challenge. It's a very good idea compared to smacking really hard, bounces off a wall, and comes out perfectly center. So Casual T here has to go for the challenge. He's not going to get like an accurate hit there, and it turns into a clear for blue team. This is a tough play, but good play there. Just throwing it back to his corner. It makes it basically no chance for a shot. So well done there from Troopr. Casual T, a little bit of a miss here. It's not what you want to see, but things will happen. So far, we've just seen some small mistakes from Orange on the offensive side and the defensive side. And honestly, they probably could have the lead right now if those mistakes were cleaned up. Good boost grab there from Troopr. Beating out the blue team, trying to boost starve. And another good clear here. Like, this is a tough play for both these goalies because it's a really powerful hit. It's like a tee off. So Duel and Casual T, they both jump, but you don't want to double commit. But hey, it happens on defense all the time. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal as long as someone makes contact. No one made contact there, but Troopr does bail him out. Casualty with the wraparound. Honestly, this is a play Troopr should not be going for at this point. He has enough boost to wait for this rebound. He should probably circle around right here and just wait it out, see what happens, and then maybe center it for his third man. But he gets a little greedy, and see right there, like Casualty might have been able to pass it to him, but they make up for it. And this is actually a very smart play. Like, Troopr just barely taps this. And honestly, that goalie was completely confused by this play, but great play by Troopr. I actually want to go to the goalie and see what his vision was on this play. It's not Bobby, it's someone else. What is it? Latchy? The Latchy, like, that's just a bad play. To be fair, like, you see the other guy, he's about to hit this ball, and he still dives at where the ball would have been if there's no car here, which is a very, very bad play. He should have side flipped here right away and maybe gets a piece of this ball. Maybe not still, but, like, you have to know that Trooper's going to hit this ball, and that's just a bad read. But good play there from Troopr and Casualty to stay with it and get the goal. We get the face off here. And honestly, like, one thing I've noticed with teams is they all do different style of kickoffs. Where you'll see, like, when two people are back, like a certain two people, then they'll both go for boost. Or if like a different version of that, one goes for a cheat, one goes for boost. Or a different version, like here, one stays in net, one goes for boost. And honestly, if you're a team, I would try and make them all the same so everyone knows exactly what's going to happen every single kickoff. And I think that's, sure, it's a small part of the play, but if you can win kickoffs pretty regularly, like, that could turn into some goal opportunities, and a lot of these games are one-goal games, so if you can get one goal for kickoff, could be the difference from winning and losing a game. So I would try and work with the team and figure out which of those three scenarios that you want to do, and do every single time, and try and work it out when you have one diagonal and two back. We're moving up here. Good play here from Troopr, just trying to, like, bother him. Like, his first play, not the greatest here. He kind of just throws it to Bobby, but that's fine. Like, he stays with this play and is just trying to be a nuisance on the offensive side. Basically, what you want to do here is be a nuisance until, like, there's a contest, and then the ball spills out to your teammates. That's what he's trying to do here, just bother him. He's got no boost, but that's okay. Now, right there, I would try and force a 50-50. I probably wouldn't have went up the wall. I understand what he's trying to do, but I would have just forced a 50-50 right into Rothy and hope this ball spills out. Said he tries to beat him, but with zero boost, it's very difficult. And they kind of lose out on that play because of that. Like, just a little bit of greed happens there. All right, Rothy's going to be back. Sorry, not Rothy. Who am I talking about? Troopr. Sorry. Duel with the win. There's the goal. Let's go with Duel. Let's see what happened here. The Duel just beats one. Oh, it just beats both. Like, Lackey just in a bad spot here. Putting too much faith in his teammates to win this ball. Like, to be fair, Rothy probably should have at least touched this ball. But still, that's a ball that you have to be careful with because those 50-50s can go any way. So you got to be a little bit dialed back, but I understand, like, Lachi maybe thinking, hey, that 50-50 could be very good, and I can come up for a shot. But since it was a complete miss, Duel gets the free goal. So far, it's been a lot of small mistakes on both sides of the field to cause these goals, and sometimes that's how it is. It's just small mistakes cost goals. Like, besides that, it's just a 0-0 game. So that's the first thing that everyone should work on, trying to clean up, is those, like, little small mistakes of, like, just barely missing the ball, like leaving a wide open net. Make the other team earn their goals. So far, we haven't seen a lot of goals completely earned here. If at all. I can't remember one of the goals, but whatever. That was a pretty nice goal, to be fair. The Troopr not getting the best place here. Duel coming up as well, but good pass. Rothy with the good pass here, but let's see what happened with Duel on this play. So Troopr is still kind of hanging around, and sometimes it is good to hang around like he did on the offensive side, but other times it does get confusing for your team, or he can't cycle back. Duel tries to come up, and it's not the worst play in the world, but it turns into a really good pass. Like Rothy, that's just a well-done pass. And of course, hindsight's 2020. Maybe Duel should have sat back and waited to see what that touch was going to be and then challenge, but it happens. Good play by Rothy, and we'll continue. Just gotta be careful on those challenges. Always want to get at least a touch on them if you can. Troopr with the aerial. Doesn't get up high enough for the 50, but it does keep possession to Orange. Nice little side flip to get out of the way of that ball. He almost blocked that, so. But Duel didn't get the greatest dribble. Kind of gave away ball possession to Blue. Casualty trying to push up. Maybe a little bit too hard of a hit ball. Turns into a 50 instead of him having control. And that happens a lot. Like, just hitting the ball just a little bit too hard. That's a really high-quality shot right there by Troopr here. So this play, he's got time. He can do anything he wants with this ball. And as long as you're confident at these aerials and can shoot them high, go for this every time. Excuse me. And he hits this like, that's perfect. That's a beautiful shot. Rothy just barely gets back, but makes him use a lot of boost. And now Orange still has control here. Rothy with the miss, but I like the idea for Troopr, because if Rothy hits that, that's going to be a hard shot on net, because it's going to be a pass. But it doesn't happen. See if Troopr can meet this ball on the wall. Oh, just clips off of the wall, goes into the net. But Duel makes a pretty good play, just throwing that ball high. That's all you want to do, and Troopr following up with it pretty well. He gets a little bit on top of it, though. He could have probably kept this ball pretty high to the air. Probably could have tapped that over the challenger, but he wants to put the shot on. He's not sure exactly where Bobby is. Now he's going all the way back, which makes sense. Let's switch it over to Casualty for this play. Casualty, nice soft touch once again, so then he can challenge this play back-to-back with a 50-50. Leaves it in Orange's control. With Duel trying to make a play. Doesn't really work out, but we'll go back to Troopr. And they're still kind of keeping control until that play right there. Just Troopr barely losing out to Latchy here. And right there, I would double pop almost every single time, just because he's a little bit closer to the ball, and like the thing you want to do mostly there is just block him from pushing this ball forward. And say he does go low on you, it's not the end of the world, because say he goes low, then Casualty is a much easier play. You always want to challenge high when it's far away from your net, because you want them to hit it low back to your side of the field. So even if you don't hit this at all, then it turns into a very easy clear for Casualty. So this turns into a little bit more difficult. It turns into a pass to Rothy, and they almost score because of it. Good play by Duel to get it out, and good play by Troopr to get that extra little touch. Now we got a 0-second chance, but no, Casualty couldn't catch up to it. Here we get the double boost grab. That's a good kickoff. That's what you want to see. Troopr gets the free shot, and this is what I'm talking about. Kickoffs can win you games. This is exactly what happens here. This is the ideal kickoff when you have a double boost grab. See how this is perfect. He blocks his net and just lets this ball push around his side. This is basically the Jacob kickoff. Perfectly sideways. Troopr just gets a free shot, and that's the end of the game. And honestly, this is, I think it was Latchy? Yeah, Latchy sits in net and then leaves way too early. Like that's a shot coming in. Latchy leaves, and he's still leaving. He still kept leaving that whole entire time. And then he's like, oh, crap, that could be a shot. So not the greatest play by Latchy there, but that'll be the game. And Troopr and his boys get the win. Well done to them. And honestly, I just saw some small mistakes here or there. It wasn't anything crazy on there. And, you know, some plays maybe not looking for passes as much. Like, we didn't see a ton of passes from Orange or Blue. Well, Blue we saw a little bit more of, but maybe look for a couple more passes. But sometimes it's just the game flow doesn't allow for that. It's very possible for that to happen. But well done either way to Troopr and the boys. OCE going to win the next World Championship, and who knows, maybe it'll be Troopr. Maybe. You never know. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you, Troopr, for the support as well, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.